Evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk and Awards Entertainment in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Rose Issue of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. We pick up the topic consumer awareness and building trust in real estate. Realty Coffee Talk was created 8 years ago about increasing awareness and building consumer confidence in real estate. So now, as you can imagine, that things have changed a lot since pandemic, during this pandemic, and now real changes, legislative changes are coming. As you know, the real estate business is regulated in the province of Ontario. And on behalf of the government of Ontario, Real Estate Council of Ontario is the regulator. Their mandate is to set up education program, and once a person completes the education program, they register them as a registrant, salesperson, or a broker or broker record. Then they have a compliance program. Not only you get education registration through a brokerage, you also make sure they comply with the Real Estate Business Broker Act. That's soon to be TRESA, Trust in Real Estate Service Act 2002 on December 1st. We're going to talk about the changes that are coming up. And then is a consumer protection program. So recently, Real Estate Council of Ontario registrars sent out a message to all registrants and making them aware of changes happening in real estate profession. So effective December 1st, the TRESA, Trust in Real Estate Service Act, became effective coming on December 1st, 2003, and the REBA, Real Estate and Business Broker Act 2002, is converted into a TRESA. And there are very significant changes that are happening under this program. So it creates a lot of opportunity and efforts for the registrant, in this case, salesperson, broker, or broker record, or realtor, to learn about it. And also, consumer are given some choices. And we're going to talk about that. So now the first thing, the changes that is coming is that that it permits the brokerage to enter a designated representation agreement with clients. And this is where, depending on when you have multiple representation, for example, there is still more clarity to be coming. That means some brokerage will be designating, okay, this is going to, agent will represent the seller and the other agent will represent the buyer if they have their listing, like a multiple representation. Or individually, if they're doing multiple representation, there will be opportunities. So more clarity will be needed that what are those designations are. Designated representation means. So but there will be opportunity now. The other thing is now the consumer now have the right for seller representation. That means you can represent now as a consumer, you can represent yourself now. You will have choice either to have a representation with the listing brokerage or the whoever the buyer broker is, and you enter into a BRA, but there will be no more customer service that we used to have. And that is eliminating the customer service. That means either you hire a brokerage to represent you as a buyer or not, or you represent yourself. And this is very clarity is coming. So you will have a choice as a consumer. During our experience, lots of people say, oh, I know everything about real estate. I don't need anybody. Now you have a choice. And sometimes we have been using customer service relationship. And property not listed, those are also customer related in the property not listed services when you need to pay commission. But in this case now, when TRISA become effective on December 1st, 2023, you will have a choice. If you are a buyer, you went to the open house and you said, I want to represent myself. And you're free to do that. You can bring an offer to the listing brokerage. And sometimes they say, oh, give me some money. No, that is only available, any compensation available to the client or the customer service that used to have. And up till 30th November, you have that. But once on 1st December, either you are a salary representative party or you have a representation. And this is why what you have to choose from. You have an option. And since you are doing one of the biggest transaction in your life financially, and look at what's happening in the marketplace because of turmoil, shortage of housing, bidding war, and we're going to update you also about the report on July, what happened, and we talk about that. So, are you going to represent yourself, or are you going to hire a real estate professional who's governed under REBA now and soon to be TRISA 2002, and have a responsibility towards you? When they sign your buyer representation agreement, they are responsible, they're accountable to you, because it's a part of the fiduciary duty to protect your interest and provide you all the expert opinion they have about the property when you're buying and selling. So this is a choice you will have now. It's been granted effective June 1st, December 1st, into 2023. Now, another issue that we always have, that we have multiple offers happening and the content of the offers are prohibited to be disclosed to the buyers who are bidding on the property. Now, under TRISA, this is a phase 2 changes. Phase 2, they are talking about they're giving permission now that with the consent and written permission of the seller or the direction of the seller, content of the offer can be disclosed. And this is effective 1 December 2023, not now. So, you always have complained when you are bidding the war. That means now it will be open. But this choice is given to the seller, because seller is the one who has put the property in the market to sell. So now that option is available to the seller through their listing brokerage who is representing them. Buyer can have not self-represented party, and the buyer agent, seller listing brokerage now have this consent from the seller to disclose, especially under the bidding war. If you are bidding war and there are other parties involved, they can disclose the content. So this has to be written, permitted by the seller, direction of the seller. And this is very, very important for them. Now, there are also disclosure issues, changes to information and disclosure, and that's part of now RECO is, Real Estate Council of Ontario is creating an information guide. It's going to be a significant in detail. That means that guide, when we are sharing information and giving to them the brochure or the guide that is created by the regulator to the buyer and the seller, so they understand what self-representation is, what is the real true representation when you enter into a buyer representation or seller representation agreement, because you are a client. And this is very, very important for you. So we will be getting these guidelines. Hopefully, there's plenty of time. We are in August 3rd today, so effective December. So we're expecting that guide is coming out. So each time we are meeting you to discuss. Remember, right now we are working with a realtor. There's a brochure that talks about our Real Estate Council of Ontario, the regulator. It talks about the client and customer service and how these differentiate from each another, whether you are a client or you're a customer. So customer service effective December 1st will be eliminated. Either you are representing self-represented party or you're going to be represented by the broker, which is a buyer broker or seller broker. And this is very, very important for you to understand. And I request all consumer and viewers they're watching our program to go to reco.on.ca and watch for advisories, the videos, and instruction about this. This is very important for all of you to learn, because you are making the most expensive decision of your life when you are buying and selling real estate. And also it's very, very important for all of you, especially consumer, when you are dealing with a registrant, whether it's a seller, agent, or we call them a listing brokerage or broker, a realtor, broker, salesperson, broker of record, when they come to you and talk about it, ask them to show you license. It is on their phone. A certificate is available to each one of you. And each time I go, I show, because it's required under law that it must be in your possession. Right now it says under Real Estate Business Broker Act, but on December 1st, it will be TRESA. That means we have this law certification in possession. It has three important things. Number one, it has a license number of you as a registrant. So consumer, you have to see this, whether you are dealing with a currently registered registrant. That means he's acting, because if you're dealing, especially listing brokerage, and you're going to pass on your trust deposit, you are not protected if you're dealing with someone whose license has expired or not extended. And when the Real Estate Council of Ontario revoke or do a proposal about any brokerage that violate the Real Estate Business Broker Act, their announcements are listed on reco.on.ca website. So the goal is go search the name of the brokerage. Is very critical to understand that. Search the name of the brokerage that is representing before you sign a listing agreement. You search the name of the brokerage on reco.on.ca, the name of the buyer brokerage, to make sure they have license. And number three, you make sure their license are valid for the agent and the brokerage. So this is very critical. If someone's license has been revoked, you can see those decisions on website of reco.on.ca, reco.on.ca. It's very, very critical, because if you deal with someone who's not licensed or their license has expired, you run the risk about dealing with someone unauthorized under the law, and then your transaction your property will not be protected, because you're dealing with someone who's not licensed or the brokerage license has been revoked. So for your protection, RECO has so much media announcement. You need to go reco.on.ca to make sure there is no disciplinary action against a realtor or salesperson or broker or a broker record, or license of the broker is valid, because you will be doing a transaction and you want to have arm's length people working with you, because consumer protection is the priority and mandate of Real Estate Council of Ontario. That's a regulator that governs our registration. So it's very, very critical. If an agent give you a business card, that's fine, but that is not the license. You will ask them to show you a license, and I'm going to show you the license that we have, so that way you understand. So it's going to look like this: a license that has, you can check my name, my brokerage name, license, my brokerage license, my license, and the expiry date. That is very important. So you know firsthand that you're dealing with a licensed person. Now, as you know, lots of people like me, I'm a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada, I'm a certified real estate specialist, I'm a certified international property specialist, and other designations. These are designations, they are not licenses. That's giving you credentials that you have experience, knowledge because of your designation and recognition as a professional. My license is only good in Ontario, and this is why it's very important that you must have a valid license issued by Real Estate Council of Ontario, and you have this application just like I show you. So every single one should have that. Now, there is also changes coming to RECO. It giving more power to be more efficient and focus on compliance and enforcement, giving more power. Some section of the Code of Ethics is moving into regulation and is allowing some disciplinary changes and governance, because getting tougher and tougher, and in some tools so the action could be taken. Their penalties are increasing, and maximum could be $50,000 per transaction, and maybe up to $100,000 to the brokerage. So that means the Code of Ethics are moving toward the regulation side. So it can be more stringent, because goal is consumer protection. And this is what my passion is, to create consumer awareness and building trust, confidence in real estate, so consumer can freely get educated in what's going on in the marketplace. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back and we'll give you a little bit update about the market, what's happening there. So if you continue learning about this, I will request you to go to reco.on.ca and learn about the changes coming from REBA to TRISA on December 1st, 2023. We're going to take a short break and we'll come back and continue our conversation.
हसीन लगना तो सभी चाहते हैं, मगर हुस्न का निखार तभी मुमकिन है जब आपका स्टाइलिस्ट हो एक्सपर्ट एंड क्वालिफाइड। ब्यूटी बार एंड ब्राइडल, ऑल एक्सपर्टीज इन वन पॉइंट। हमारे यहाँ थ्रेडिंग, लेटेस्ट फेशियल ट्रीटमेंट, बेस्ट बॉडी वैक्सिंग, मेकओवर जैसा आप चाहें, जबरदस्त ब्राइडल पैकेज, मैनिक्योर, पेडिक्योर, केराटिन ट्रीटमेंट, क्रायो हेयर ट्रीटमेंट और बहुत कुछ जो आपके हुस्न को चार चांद लगा दे। तो देर किस बात की, अभी विजिट कीजिए ब्यूटी बार एंड ब्राइडल। वी आर लोकेटेड एट 5150 डिक्सी रोड, यूनिट 6, मिसिसागा। अवार्ड विनिंग इंडियन ब्यूटी सैलून। For appointments, call now 437-324-2885. Beauty Bar and Bridal, one-stop beauty salon.
मशरकी तहजीब की खूबसूरत दास्तान, बरसों से चली आ रही रिवायतों का पासबान, खुशबू और जायके का वही कदरदान, करते हैं हर खाने में अपने लज्जत का एहतमाम। हर पकवान है बेमिसाल, हर खुशबू है लाजवाब। कढ़ाई पॉइंट, जायका ऐसा कि दिल जीत ले। आज ही हमारे कढ़ाई पॉइंट तशरीफ लाएं और अपनी खुशियों को हमारे संग मनाएं। कढ़ाई पॉइंट, मेड विद क्वालिटी एंड फ्लेवर्ड विद पैशन।
Get ready, Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge. The Grand Mehfil presents the biggest Mehfil 2.0, where I will be performing live on 19th of August at the Odd Kitchener. So hurry up to book your tickets now and get the best seats. Get your tickets at kwtickets.ca. I can't wait to see you guys. Aajao, it will be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Can't wait. Mwah. Much love.
Welcome to City Pro Realty. We are 100% Canadian family-owned real estate brokerage. If you are thinking of buying or selling residential or commercial real estate, think of us. Call us. We are one-stop solution provider for your real estate needs. Our passion is real estate. Your success is our priority. Our commission plans to meet your budget. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. A family serving family. To search for sale properties and free reports, visit www.citypro.net.
मुसलमान होने के नाते हमें इस बात पे फख्र है कि हम हलाल तरीके से जिंदगी गुजार रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको इस बात का कैसे पता चलेगा जिन हेल्थ सप्लीमेंट्स का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो हलाल हैं या नहीं? पेश करते हैं न्यूट्रिलक्स। हमारे पास बेहतरीन क्वालिटी और रेंज ऑफ हेल्थ सप्लीमेंट्स मौजूद हैं जो कि हलाल सर्टिफाइड हैं और 100% वीगन हैं। बच्चों के लिए हमारे पास मजेदार गमी की शक्ल में विटामिन्स मौजूद हैं जो उनकी जरूरी गजाइयत को हासिल करना आसान और खुशगवार बनाते हैं। मर्दों के लिए हमारे सप्लीमेंट सेहतमंद और तंदुरुस्त रहने का आसान तरीका पेश करते हैं, चाहे आप एक एथलीट हो, बिजी प्रोफेशनल या पेरेंट। खवातीन के लिए हमारे सप्लीमेंट्स हैं जो आपकी मजमूई सेहत और तंदुरुस्ती में मदद करते हैं, चाहे आप अपनी एनर्जी को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं या अपने स्किन और बालों को सेहतमंद रखना चाहते हैं। और बुजुर्गों के लिए हमारे टैबलेट्स आपकी सेहत की खुसूसी जरूरियात को पूरा करने और आपकी उम्र के साथ साथ आपको एक्टिव और इंडिपेंडेंट रहने में एक अहम किरदार अदा करती है। न्यूट्रिलक्स सप्लीमेंट्स जिंदगी के हर मरहले के लिए, ताकि आप अपने हलाल अख्तार पर कायम रह सकें।
इश्क द कुक्कड़ बंगा देवे बंगा देवे बंगा देवे
सांसों की माला पे सिमरू मैं पी का नाम।
सुनसाया तेरे इश्क दिया खरा मंगिया तबक कबूतर उड़ार छोड़े आजा मैं तेरे प्यार करा।
HK Movers, home, offices, apartments and delivery, big or small, we move it all.
HK Movers.
Local and long distance, we also ship cars, Taylor transport and moving services.
For service with a smile, give us a call.
Call Mr. Harminder 416-524-6704.
416-524-6704 पे.
Visit 140 Advance Boulevard, Unit number 10, Brampton.
Long distance moving specialist.
HK Movers. HK Movers.
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस पिछले 16 सालों से खरीदारों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं। हम लगातार 4 सालों से खरीदारों की पहली पसंद बने रहने का अवार्ड हासिल कर चुके हैं। हम किचनर्स, बॉश, वर्लपूल, एलजी, सैमसंग और जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ लें। हम आप सभी को टीवी सबसे ज्यादा रियायती दामों पर देने की गारंटी देते हैं। www.dixieelectronics.ca हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएं या अभी कॉल करें 9056255900। सभी बहुत ही मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब हैं जो आप बाआसानी से ले सकते हैं। At Dixie, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Rose Issue of Canada and broker record and host of Realty Coffee Talk. Our goal is to increase consumer awareness and building trust and confidence in real estate profession. We talk about changes that are coming effective 1 December 2023. REBA Real Estate and Business Broker Act 2002 is becoming TRESA, Trust in Real Estate Success Act 2002, effective 1 December 2023. There are lots of changes relevant to realtors or registrants or salesperson, broker, broker record. The big change that is coming is that you will be in a position as a consumer to have the right to, as a self-representative party, as a consumer, if you are a buyer, you want to buy a property, and there are some requirement from registrant to be fair and honest and answer question where possible, because if you're not representing the buyer, what you provide. So what is your general information that you provide accurately, honestly? Those information that you share. But you have no obligation to provide any information that you provide to a client as a part of your fiduciary duty. So public will have a choice to self-representation or engage brokerage as a buyer representation in this case. Sellers also will have the option, and they've been talking about it, how come I cannot disclose the content of the offer except number of offers? Right now, we only disclose number of offers that we received. That is changing on December 1st. So if the seller instructs you in writing and consents you what portion of the content that you need to disclose, and that's what you will disclose because you will have a written instruction. I always request and recommend and suggest that you always do all direction command from your client, their principal, in writing. Document that in an email and make sure those are acknowledged. Anybody can use email to send an email. Make sure you get the confirmation that this is you giving me permission to do that. A reply says yes, and your record shows a particular email belongs to your client. Therefore, you are safe. And document the transaction, communication, create a journal. When you meet a client, when you discuss what you discuss, briefly enter into your, until you list the property or you buy the property, and whatever communication you're having, document this file. And this helps you in case there is any complaint, you have a track record of activities. It's very important. So let's talk about that. If you have any question, feel free to call me directly on 416-451-3489. I will direct you to Rico to go there. And if you are a consumer and you want any information about Teresa, you can write information at reco.on.ca, reco.on.ca. And you can visit reco.on.ca and you can check it out. And this is aware because it's a consumer protection agency that regulates real estate profession. So it's very important for you to come. So let's talk about the updated report from TREB, Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, Market Watch that just came in. So this compares with 2022 July and 2023 July. So sale was up 7.8%. But I'm going to give you a little bit more briefing during my presentation. So 7.8% July to July. And new listing, we are up now 11.5%. That means we have more listing than what we have in July last year. Now, active listing is 0.3%, which is more than last year. And we have average price increase of 4.2% as as compared to July last year. And I'm going to tell you, this is a little bit deceiving for the people. I'm going to explain you that also. So average price compared to July to this July, we have a 4.2% increase. And your listing day on the market is minus 10.5, so it's 70 days now as compared to 90 days in 2022, and property a day on the market is minus 17.2. That means they are moving faster, 29 days versus 24. So I'm going to give you a little summary. Based on my calculation and information from TrapWatch, because this is the data available from them, the May prices, average price was 1 million. May price was $1,196,101. That's the average price considering all transaction based on all transaction in there. And this is for 2022 now. We're talking about 2023. So this is the highest. And in June, it went down about 14,000. 1,182,120. In July, it went down to 1,118,374, approximately 64,000 down in 2023 from highest in May of 1,196,101. So even though the prices in July comparative was only small amount, 4.2%, but if you look at what's happening in 23, it went up from 1,038,668 in January to highest was 1,196,101 in May, and then it started coming down. The prices are coming down. So now there is a difference of about 64,000 from May, because that's the highest point, and we have to calculate how much was that. And this is why it's very important for you to understand you are watching trend, market trend in 2023. So we'll see how many transactions are there, because transaction was low and sales were up compared to July. 7.8% sales were up and average price was up 4.2%. But if you look at 2023, now the prices are declining. Reason why? Because many of those people who are on a variable mortgage or their mortgage is coming for renewal, they are in trouble. Their financial positions are, they can't afford it, they have to sell the property. So that's why you see that average price is dropping, because it's best to dispose of the property if they can handle the payment. And this is the trend projection that's showing the market prices are declining. But you don't look at the all 2022, you are looking now 2023. We have data now from January to July. So your average price is 1,118,374 from July to July today. So when you look at them 23, it seems like we might have a decline in the prices, and that's what it's showing. Based on 2023 pricing from January, it has improved. It has improved almost $80,000 from January. So I predict that overall the prices based on average of total pricing will be about 2.5 to 3% average price of annual based on total transaction. Remember, the TRAP may not have the whole data that ITSO and other MLS system are using. And also construction listing sold by the builders may not be included, or exclusive listing are not included in data. So there could be a significant portion that is not mentioned in this report. So the best thing is to consult with a real estate professional in jurisdiction. And if you have any question, you can call me direct, 416-451-3489, or call my office 905-785-9923. I am a broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. I am a a principal broker of Canada Express Mortgage Inc., license number 13241. And also I am a director and senior vice president of Park Home Builders. They are licensed by ICRA as a licensed builder because I have all the credentials. So you have any question, feel free to call me, and always consult your professional. If you need a legal advice, hire a lawyer. You need a appraisal, talk to a hire appraisal. You need a home inspection, hire a home inspector. And it's very important to have this professional team surround you when you're making buying and selling decision. If you're selling, get your pre-inspection done, get a report, or get an appraisal so you know what the value is. Because when you especially buying and closing a deal that you did a couple of months ago, the price has come down. And I recently have a conversation with a young man who bought a property from a builder. He couldn't close it because appraised value was lower than more than 100,000 from the purchase price 2 years ago from the builder. So therefore, he has no way of having another 100,000 coming to close the deal. So he defaulted on payment. This is where it's very important to work with a professional who can help you to understand the consequences of this failed deal and to avoid any default on your agreement of purchase sale, and prepare yourself for contingency of funds just in case if you delay a transaction, a closing. Make sure you have provision in the contract which allow you some leverage, some time that you can secure funding, and otherwise you will default, and you not only your problem with the dealing with your trust funds, you also have to forfeit that and perhaps litigation for additional costs. This is why it's very important to hire a professional and get a legal advice what you're doing, and get your contract APS reviewed by your lawyer during negotiation. If you have any question regarding this program, or you want to watch all other programs on Awaz Entertainment, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and also realtycoffeetalk.com, or my YouTube channel, Tahir Qureshi. Please visit and learn and provide your feedback. We really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. May God bless you all. May God bless Canada. Bye for now.